So, as we saw in the last episode, after Princess Liu Heng left the academy, the Prince of Tianhui tried to eliminate Chang Xing and his companions. But Chang Xing cleverly broke his formation and defeated him. At the same time, the prince's elder also arrived to attack him, but Master Jin slapped him so hard and so many times that his face turned red. In this way, the kind-hearted members of the State Religious Academy overcame yet another challenge. And now, gradually, Chang Xing's academy started becoming famous throughout Shandu. Chang Xing had decided that if this world is evil, then he, along with his companions, would change it. In other words, a spring of wildflowers is about to bloom. Now, moving forward. So, this episode begins with the same scene where Chang Xing has reached his room. He saw that someone was quietly sleeping on his bed, and it was none other than Mo Yun herself. Now, Chang Xing was quite surprised and taken aback to see her there. He asks her, "What are you doing in my room?" And just then, Mo Yun woke up from her sleep. She started telling Chang Xing that Empress Tianhui had sent her here. She was aware that her son would definitely cause a scene here. And that is exactly why I was sent here, so I could keep a very close eye on him. So guys, this proves that Empress Tianhui also doesn't want any harm to come to Chang Xing. Well, Mo Yun, looking confused, said that she was just sitting there. She didn't even know when she fell asleep. And just then, Chang Xing started cleaning his bed. Seeing this, Mo Yun was a little surprised. She asked Chang Xing, "What are you doing now?" So Chang Xing tells her that she was sleeping on his bed with her clothes on, which is quite unhygienic. That's why he really needs to clean his bed. Hearing this, Mo Yun became visibly angry and forcefully pushed Chang Xing back. She said, "What does all this mean? Do I seem that dirty to you? Your room was filled with a strange fragrance, and because of that, I fell asleep. Otherwise, why would I ever sleep on your dirty bed?" So Chang Xing tells her that not only did she fall asleep, but she is also sick. Hearing this, Mo Yun got even angrier. She told Chang Xing, "I'm not the one who's sick, you are." And just then, her eyes fell on a bronze mirror. She says to Chang Xing, "I thought you were a pretty simple guy. But look at you, you also like to check your appearance. I really don't think looking into this bronze mirror will make you handsome." So Chang Xing started to explain to her that he didn't keep the mirror to look at his own face. In fact, the specialty of this mirror is that it will keep your mind stable. And then Chang Xing presented a prescription to her. He was saying, "Senior, you are often very restless and that's why you don't get enough sleep. This simply means that there is no balance in your yin-yang. If you include ginseng herb soup in your diet, all these problems will go away. Here I've written down the recipe for that soup. Follow this and you'll be completely fine." At this, Mo Yun angrily said, "You don't need to worry about me." And as soon as she said that, she turned into petals and vanished from there. Chang Xing found it amusing that this girl wasn't taking her own health concerns seriously. And just then, Mo Yun's voice began to echo there. She was saying that the Imperial Palace does not want Liu Heng to participate in the Imperial Court trial. Liu Heng had submitted a request to the palace, but the palace rejected it. At the same time, the Tianhui family has imprisoned him in the detached palace, so that he cannot come out at all until the Imperial Court exams are over. Well, Mo Yun shared all these secret things with Chang Xing because she was very impressed by Chang Xing's nature. Not only that, before leaving, she also took Chang Xing's recipe with her. Well, at this point, Chang Xing was feeling really bad for Liu Heng. He thinks that since Liu Heng is my disciple, I must go to the detached palace to meet her. Now in the next scene, we are shown the Imperial Advisor's palace. There, Chang Xing had arrived with his disciples Xian Yuan and Tang. Well, as soon as the three of them were seen there, every disciple present started glaring at them angrily. And just then, Senior Son made his entrance. Well, as soon as all the disciples saw him, they began to bow their heads before him. It was said that Senior Son didn't like people who were crazy about fame at all. He only followed simple and honest people. And Chang Xing was someone who had become famous in a very short time. And as I mentioned, he doesn't like people who are obsessed with fame. That's why he went straight forward and blocked Chang Xing's path. He was telling the three of them to step back immediately. "You are not permitted to enter the detached palace." In response to this, Chang Xing replied that he didn't want to visit this palace either. In fact, he was just there to meet his disciple. And he didn't want to fight with him either. At this, Sun angrily said that he was just a cultivator of the marrow cleansing realm. But still, just look at your audacity. You declared yourself the master of the State Religious Academy. I really don't like arrogant people like you who are crazy for fame. And the most disappointing thing is that you haven't even secured a ranking on the Azure Cloud list yet. Yet you still gave yourself the title of Master of an Academy? You are a huge stain on the name of the State Religious Academy. Hearing this, even Chang Xing was a little surprised. At that moment, Tang 36, showing his anger, said that you can't be so disrespectful to our master. And we don't need any ranking to make him our master. Nor can you talk nonsense about our State Religious Academy. To this, Sun replied that he actually has a great deal of respect for the State Religious Academy. In my opinion, no other academy could possibly have such simple and righteous teachings as theirs. It's truly unfortunate that such a great academy was destroyed without reason 20 years ago. Hearing this, everyone present there was shocked. They had thought that Sun would insult the State Religious Academy and Chang Xing. But instead, Sun praised that academy. He was telling Chang Xing that the State Religious Academy is great, and that's exactly why someone like you can't become its master. Now, as Chang Xing was ignoring his words and moving ahead, Sun suddenly blocked his path. He was saying that for now, Princess Liu Zheng is imprisoned in the Green Leaf World, which is a secret realm, and its door won't open without my master's order. If you really want to meet Liu Zheng, then first you'll have to defeat me. As soon as he heard this, Tang 36 became angry at Sun. He was saying that our master is only at the Marrow Cleansing Realm, and you are at the Illumination Realm. Yet, you're still challenging someone weaker than yourself. However, Chang Xing accepted Sun's challenge. He said, "Come on, show me how much talent you have." Hearing this, Sun was also amazed and said that if you have the guts, then why not start this match? Then let me tell you right now, I won't be using True Essence here. And with that, Sun immediately started attacking Chang Xing. Chang Xing was countering him with his short blade. And what's worth noticing here is that Chang Xing didn't draw his sword from its sheath. Well, here we get to see Sun's incredible sword moves. During the battle, he had started drawing something on the floor. And Chang Xing didn't notice this at all. He was just countering every move of Sun's in a very balanced manner. Meanwhile, Tang 36 was saying that this guy's sword technique seems really strange. And Chang Xing realized this as well, Saim. He says that this guy is using his sword just like a brush. And with every single stroke, he has drawn the detached palace sword formation here. Now, right before our eyes, we see a sword formation appear right here. It was called the Demon Ceiling Palace Sword Formation. The cultivators present there started saying that drawing this sword formation was impossible. But this guy was able to draw it easily even though he's only at the Illumination Realm. Senior Sun really is amazing. Here Sun started telling Chang Xing that his footwork was truly amazing. To be honest, I was impressed by you. But it won't do you any good because you've already been trapped in my sword formation. Anyway, I want to give you one last chance. From here, quietly go back and work on your skills. Then all of a sudden, many swords emerged from that sword formation. They really looked magnificent. At the same time, Tang 36, getting angry at Chang Xing, said, "Why are you still looking at that guy's face? Hurry up and get out of that formation." But just then, one of the cultivators present said that now that's not going to happen. This demon ceiling formation was designed by our master Milisha. Once someone is completely trapped in it, escaping becomes impossible. Upon hearing this, Chang Xing immediately began recalling his 3,000 scriptures. Well, according to the scriptures, this demon ceiling sword formation was divided into 13 variations. That means this formation has a total of 13 layers. If it had been drawn using True Essence, it could have turned out to be extremely dangerous. He started telling himself that Sun had promised him he wouldn't use True Essence. That means there's no trace of True Essence in this sword formation. Sun's entire focus was on making this formation perfectly symmetrical. In other words, the formation was just made to look beautiful, while its power was completely ignored. And because of this, Sun ended up leaving a gap in the formation. By taking advantage of that small gap, I can successfully break through this formation. After that, Chang Xing uses his golden needle to strike at a vulnerable section of the formation. Meanwhile, Sun was attempting to attack Chang Xing using his flying swords. But Chang Xing, with great agility, dodged the flying sword and started attacking the formation. Well, this formation had a total of 13 layers. So Chang Xing began to strike at the core of each layer. As a result, the aura of the formation started to change. It began to turn golden in color. Sun saw that Chang Xing was countering his attacks with great ease. So he then started pulling the swords out from the very base of the formation. And then before anyone knew it, countless flying swords surrounded Chang Xing. Sun tells him, "Look, the momentum of my swords is already set." If I want, I can pierce all these swords through your body in just 1 second. Which means you have already lost this match. But Changxing, while setting his needle at a specific location, said, I don't think so at all. As soon as Sun heard this, he launched a direct final strike at him. But he was extremely surprised because all his swords started vanishing on their own. He could only watch in shock as his swords vanished. And in that very moment, Changxing approached him. Changxing told Sun, I've defeated you in this match. Sun panicked and took a step back. He couldn't understand at all how Changxing had managed to successfully execute this impressive feat. At the same time, Sun's entire formation turned golden and vanished from there. Changxing noted that even as an Illumination Realm cultivator, you managed to draw such a complex formation. Your skills are truly remarkable. But while setting up this formation, you made just one mistake. You wanted to make it perfect so that it would look beautiful. You made several additional changes to this formation, and that turned out to be your weakness. That's why I just want to give you a friendly piece of advice. Work only on the spots where I attacked with my golden needle. That way this formation will become even stronger and no one will be able to break it easily. At this point, Sun was quite shocked and started thinking that this guy had actually found the weakness in my formation. Not only that, he even taught me how to fix this weakness. And the most important thing is that Changxing's sword formation version is far more amazing than mine. It's perfectly balanced and looks beautiful. Seriously, this guy turned out to be a genius. So he immediately fixed his hair and started greeting Changxing. He said, You have defeated me, and I accept this loss. According to my promise, you can enter the detached palace. So Changxing, along with his friends, immediately set off towards the palace. Well, at this point, Sun was extremely impressed with Changxing. He says that even though this guy has just started cultivating, there couldn't be a better master for the State Religious Academy than him. So now Sun takes the three of them to a hall where there was a pond in the center. He says that inside this pond lies the 5-leaf secret realm, which was designed by our master Malika. She deliberately kept the entrance to the secret realm hidden. Only a select few people are aware of this, entrance. But Tang still didn't fully trust Sun. He says, Bro, are you playing some kind of game with us? To which Sun replies, I've already lost the challenge, so why would I make things harder for you? The moment you step onto that pond, you'll enter the secret realm. So all three of them step onto the pond and from there, they go straight into the secret realm. Well, this place was truly incredibly beautiful. Tang 36 says, I can't even imagine how such a vast world could be created inside a tiny leaf. Well, this secret realm was also known as the Kingu realm. Well, as soon as they arrived there, Changxing's short blade started glowing on its own. Well, as soon as the three of them entered the secret realm, a plant started shaking rapidly because the secret realm exists inside one of its leaves. At the same time, an elder also recognized the power of Changxing's short blade. He says that Changxing's master must really like him a lot. That's why that person entrusted this secret artifact to his disciple. At this, Master Malika began to say that she actually feels really bad for Changxing. As soon as he came to our city, he was immediately thrown into the State Religious Academy. Not only that, but even the Tianhai royal family is trying their best to suppress him. Don't you think we've treated Changxing a bit too harshly? I don't think we should have put so much pressure on that child. To this, the elder asks, why have you suddenly become so compassionate towards that child? So Milicha explained that the child is a rare and exceptional talent. I don't think it's fair to treat him like this. The elder then says that being a rare talent alone is not enough. If you want to polish a diamond, you have to make many cuts on it. Only then will its brilliance be truly unique, and Changxing is that very Kohinoor. All these hardships are what will polish and refine him. Guys, I think this elder is none other than the Grand Pontiff, that is, the Holy Father himself, who personally gave Changxing the opportunity to stay at the State Religious Academy. Now the scene shifts and we see Liu Heng, who was feeling very dejected. Ever since she arrived here, she hasn't touched her food even once. Here, she was trying to write a letter, but she just couldn't concentrate at all. She started saying that everything feels strange without Master. I cannot focus on anything right now. After that, she orders her servant to quickly take the food away from there. I'm not hungry at all. And just then, she heard Zhuan Yuan's voice. He was saying, So what if you're not hungry? I'm actually really hungry. Liu Heng was surprised to see him there. At the same time, Tang 36 had also arrived there. Seeing both of them, she became very happy. But the smile on her face immediately disappears because she thinks that Master Changxing didn't come to see her. And then finally Changxing comes up to her and completely surprises her. Seeing Changxing, Liu Heng's happiness knew no bounds. She immediately bows her head in front of her master. So Changxing helps her rise and asks, "Tell me, how is your cultivation going? Are you practicing?" Liu Heng replies, "Look, there are so many books and treasures here." Not only that, the food here was also delicious. That's why my days here passed very pleasantly. I enjoyed every moment. At this, Zhuan Yuan sarcastically said to her, "Yes, you're so happy that you even stopped eating and drinking." Not only that, Tang 36 started reading the letter she had written. He says, "Wow, you even wrote dear in front of my name in this letter." And now he began to read Liu Heng's letter aloud to everyone. Liu Heng was trying her best to snatch her letter back, but Tang kept teasing her, running here and there. He was reading out every single thing written in that letter, in which Liu Heng had written that the secret realm is extremely beautiful. "But without the three of you, this world feels desolate to me. I miss all of you very much. I'm not able to cultivate, nor do I feel hungry. So please come here as quickly as you can and take me away with you." And just then, Liu Heng used her power to instantly destroy the letter. Feeling embarrassed, she started telling Changxing that she missed all of them a lot, and that's why she couldn't settle her heart here for even a second. So Changxing tells her that's exactly why he came here, to take her with him. As soon as Liu Heng heard this, she got excited and immediately picked up her whip. She was telling Changxing that she had found a shortcut route. By using it, we can quickly get out of the secret realm. And as soon as she said this, Liu Heng immediately jumped out of the window. Right after her, the other three also jumped out of the window. Even though they were just about to escape from there, they suddenly saw that Master Melissa was blocking their way. So Changxing immediately greeted him and started explaining that he had come to take Liu Heng so that she could also participate in the Imperial Court's trial. "She is a disciple of my state religious academy, and I will need her." So Melissa tells him that there is no need for you to worry. Our detached palace cannot imprison a princess. On the day of the Imperial Court's exam, I myself will bring Princess Liu Heng there. So tell me, do you accept this deal? To which Changxing immediately agreed. At that moment, Master Melissa asks him, "Changxing, tell me, why were you brought here?" To this, Changxing replied, saying that he was worried about his disciple, Liu Heng. "But after coming here, I found out that he is completely safe. That means someone deliberately forced me to come here so that they could meet me." So Melissa says to him, "Your guess is absolutely correct. Well, I'm about to tell you something important. Actually, a very special trial has been designed for you." Hearing this, Changxing was a bit surprised and immediately started asking Master Melissa about the trial. So Melissa, while leaving, said that all the preparations have already been made. As soon as you step out of this secret room, you'll find out everything. And now, after a short while, they all came out of the secret room. They saw that a lot of cultivators had gathered there. Tang 36 was saying, "Do these people want to fight with us or something?" In fact, those cultivators were also a bit surprised to see them there. They started asking, "Why have people from the State Religious Academy been called here?" At the same time, they were telling Tang that he had joined the wrong academy. As soon as he heard this, Tang 36 was about to draw his sword. Just then, a girl named Xiao Yu said that today the Azure Cloud List announcement is going to happen here, and she was absolutely sure that the State Religious Academy wouldn't get any place in the rankings. So she didn't understand why these people had come here for no reason. Some people were saying that today the Azure Cloud List rankings would be updated again. So if you've come here to cause trouble, you should get that idea out of your head. And just then, the sky started rumbling loudly. At the same time, a tornado appeared there. Many ranking jade tokens began to emerge from it. At the same time, the voice of an elder was echoing there. He was saying that the entire continent is filled with powerful cultivators. That is exactly why our Tianji Pavilion has made the decision to update the Azure Cloud List rankings. Again, we have updated this list only after checking the talent of the cultivators. In this way, we can motivate every cultivator to pursue cultivation. Only those who have true strength will be able to achieve this ranking. And now, right before everyone's eyes, a huge structure displaying the Jade Token ranking appeared there. On every token present there, the name of a cultivator was written, indicating their ranking. At the same time, the elders of the Tianji Pavilion also appeared there. Meanwhile, Changxing started thinking to himself that, according to history, the rankings are not usually updated in this month. It's possible that all of this is part of Master Melissa's plan. She had previously cautioned me that a new trial would be commencing for me. I truly believe that trial is going to start with this ranking. Well, some of the cultivators present here were absolutely certain that they would definitely achieve the top ranking level. And just then, Elder Tianji began to say that he wanted all of them to grow rapidly. But this year, things are different because the State Religious Academy has also joined this competition. That's why there will be changes in the rankings. We have once again cross-checked everyone's talent and updated this new ranking list accordingly. Well, in this new list, Xuan Yuanpo from the State Religious Academy is also included. Now, upon hearing this, Xuan Yuanpo was quite surprised, and he received the 148th rank in this list. Well, as soon as Xuan Yuanpo's name was added, one person's name was removed. Because of this, that person immediately fell to his knees. And this person was none other than Xuan Yuanpo's old friend. Well, Xuan Yuan was so happy that he started telling his master, "Look, I've also made it onto the Azure list." At the same time, out of excitement, he also gives Tang a smack. Just then, Elder Tianji made another announcement. He said that now he was going to talk about the second disciple from the State Religious Academy, whose name is Tang, and he is nothing less than a rising star. Well, as soon as Tang's name was mentioned, Chang Sheng and Xuan Yuan became very happy. Well, Tang was previously ranked 36th, and that's why he chose the name Tang 36. But now he had achieved the 16th rank on the Azure Cloud list. So if you look at it now, we could call Tang 36 by the name Tang 16. But friends, Tang didn't like this name. He was saying that from now on, instead of 16, the genius should be added to my name. That is, I am Tang the Genius. Just then, Elder Tianji made another announcement. He was saying that the second ranking is going to be given to a new person. Now, hearing this, everyone was a bit surprised. They said that there was a powerful cultivator at the second ranking. Who could have possibly suppressed him? Well, this second ranking was given to Liu Heng. That means she has now reached the second ranking on the Azure Cloud list. As soon as they heard this, all three of them became very happy. Elder Tianji said that Xuan Yuanpo, Tang, and Liu Heng were able to make such progress because they found a great master. It was thanks to that master that all three of them were able to achieve such special rankings. I am completely certain that the future of these three will be bright. Well, after hearing all this, the other cultivators were completely shocked. They started saying that since the State Religious Academy was opened only recently, how did these people manage to make such rapid progress? There can only be one logical reason for this. Their master, Chang Xing, must truly be remarkable. If given the chance, we would also like to join this academy. Meanwhile, Xuan Yuan and Tang were also praising their master. However, Chang Xing was still a bit worried. He was just recalling the things that Master Melissa had said, and just then Elder Ting spoke up, telling everyone to listen carefully. Today, another person here has achieved a new ranking, and it was for this very individual that we updated the list. This person is truly so special because he successfully challenged all the brilliant geniuses of Great Zhao during the Imperial Court exam. You could say that the contest will be one versus all. At the same time, he is fully confident that he will claim the top position, and just then, with a powerful energy explosion, a new jet token was summoned. Elder Ting was explaining that this person is none other than teacher Chen Changxing from the State Religious Academy. Well, friends, Changxing was given a place on the Azure Cloud list along with his soon-to-be wife, Zui Rong. Well, the title of this chapter was Let's Achieve the Cloud Together. Many geniuses were upset when Changxing secured the top ranking on the Azure Cloud list. They just want to break his pride. Even though Changxing had nothing to do with it. There were constant conspiracies being plotted against him, and because of this, either he would rise or be completely destroyed. Now, this matter was no longer limited to just one continent. Even geniuses from other continents wanted to teach him a lesson, including some extremely dangerous cultivators. They felt that Changxing had personally challenged them, and they simply couldn't tolerate it. In their opinion, Changxing was just a loser who lost his senses after becoming the master of an academy. So guys, to put it simply, the situation here has gotten pretty out of hand. It's our hero versus all the genius cultivators, and seeing who will come out on top will truly be worth watching. Elder Ting started telling him that, Changxing, I am eager to see your performance in the Imperial Court exam, and with that, he left from there. Well, the cultivators present there became very angry with Changxing. They were saying, who does this guy think he is anyway? What can a loser who only has marrow cleansing do to us anyway? Changxing was thinking to himself that because of this ranking, I've been made an enemy of every cultivator. In the Imperial Court exam, everyone will target me, and now we are shown two holy fathers. They say that whatever happened at the royal family's banquet was just a small trailer. The real story will begin in the imperial court exam. Let us see how far you can go, Changxing. And with that, this episode comes to an end right here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye, take care!